Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2020 edition of 100 ABC Women Virtual Gala and Book Launch. Tonight, the Canadian National Anthem will be performed by Liberty Silver, and the Black National Anthem will be performed by Tando Hyman. We ask that you please stand in your virtual spaces.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land. True patriot love in all of us command. Quand on voit ses comptes et les paye, il sait porter la croix. Ton histoire est toute d'épopée de brillants exploits. Qui parlait glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada,
You have listened to two beautiful voices. Liberty Silver is a multiple Juno and Grammy Award winning recording artist. She was originally discovered on the US based TV show Star Search. Liberty is a multi award winning singer songwriter who made her professional singing debut at age 12 when she opened for legend Robert Nestor Bob Marley at Madison Square Gardens in New York City. The Black National Anthem was performed by Tando Hyman. Tando's dynamic leadership and innovative school practices has been recognized by community, national, and international media. Her professional career includes over 20 years of administrative experience in the Toronto District School Board as principal, instructional leader, and literacy convener. She was the first principal of Toronto's groundbreaking Afrocentric alternative school and served as lead principal for 22 TDSB schools and was course director and adjunct professor at York University Faculty of Education. Thank you so much, ladies. And now it's time to welcome to the virtual stage the MCs who will have the honor of presenting this year's event, Aita Sadu and Sarah Oyango. When meeting Aita Sadu, the first thing you will see is her smile. The first thing you will notice is her warmth. As a dynamic entrepreneur and community builder, she utilizes creativity, leadership, and teamwork to build infrastructure and legacy in communities. Her objective is simple and to the point: to work with organizations that engage in programs for youth with the focus on education, pathways, and community economic development. She is the co owner of a different booklist and cultural center, one of the few independent bookstores left in Toronto, with a focus on finding literary gems that reflect Toronto, the African Canadian, and Caribbean Canadian diversity. Sarah Oyango is a translator by trade. Kenyan born Sarah is a well known fixture on Ottawa's community television and radio scene. She hosts the monthly African cultural program Fontofrom on Rogers TV Cable 22, Ottawa, as well as the weekly radio programs Black on Black and Africa Revisited on CHUO 89.1 FM in the University of Ottawa's community radio station. She has also written articles for The Spectrum, Ottawa's English language Black Monthly community newspaper. Sarah is also a frequent host for 100 ABC's Women Weekly Fireside Chat. They are both recipients of the 100 Accomplished Black Canadian Women. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you are about to witness virtually the main highlights of today's event with some of the best hosts in Canada, the hostess with the mostest. Please welcome to our stage this evening, Aita Sadu and Sarah Oyango.
Hey, greetings, everyone. What a wonderful and beautiful day. I am so proud and pleased to share this opportunity with my fellow sister coming all the way live from Ottawa, Sarah Oyango. And I also want to say to all of you who are viewing us, we appreciate you as we are coming live and direct into the comfort of your homes. And so we know that we are coming in to the comfort of your hearts. This evening is going to be an amazing evening. And when the story is told, it will be said that 100 bold and brave and brilliant Black women in Canada also made history on the same day when Siam Proctor, an African-American woman, the first woman to command and to pilot a spacecraft over 3 days. So we are again in the company of greatness. This event is sponsored by RBC, TD Bank, CIBC, Unifor, QP, and OLG. And when I saw OLG, I thought, oh my gosh, they signed on because as we get older, we look great. And this evening is also one of joyous celebrations. So sit back and enjoy all that we have to offer. And as you can see from the get-go, Liberty, you came out in gold, and that represents the evening as we celebrate the brave, the bold, and the brilliant. Over to you, Sarah.
Oui, merci beaucoup, Aïta. Alors, bonsoir tout le monde, mesdames et messieurs. J'ai le plaisir de vous saluer depuis le territoire algonquin des Anishinaabe. Et je vous viens de Gatineau, Québec. C'est pour ça que je commence en français. Alors, bonsoir à tous nos francophones qui sont ici avec nous ce soir. And yes, Aita, it's wonderful to get to co-host with you. I've never done that before, but I've seen you do it
I
by
even got
yourself.
you in my house.
Oh, look at you, embarrassing me. Don't embarrass me like that. But no, this is great. It's such an honor for me to help the 100 ABC Women Organization honor our 2020 honorees. Now, listen, before we get into our program, just a little bit about these same founders of the 100 ABC Women. And then we're going to have the land acknowledgement. So 100 Accomplished Black Canadian Women, 100 ABC Women, is a bold project initiated by co-authors, the Honorable Dr. Jean Augustine, a former Member of Parliament, Donna Jones Simmons, a corporate diversity executive, and Dr. Denise O'Neill Green, Vice President of Equity and Community Inclusion at Ryerson University. Now, this organization is it's a registered, not-for-profit, fledgling organization. So we rely heavily on our 25 volunteers, and they are amazing, for their commitment to support our initiatives, such as the biannual symposiums. I hope a lot of you attended the symposium that happened yesterday, Friday, and also the book launch and gala and fireside chats. We also rely on generous financial support from our sponsors who help make our events possible and successful. Our mission is to celebrate and archive the professional accomplishments of trailblazing Black women from all across Canada. Donc, cette initiative a pour objectif vraiment de souligner toutes les réalisations, les accomplissements de femmes noires, quel que soit leur domaine, d'un bout à l'autre du Canada. Alors, bravo. Aïta.
Well, we're now going to call on a visionary, one of the brave and bold and brilliant Black women in our community. And she is also a co-author and a co-founder of this amazing, accomplished Black Canadian women, and I'm going to say movement. It is none other than the Honorable Dr. Jean Augustine. Put your hands together wherever you are in your house and clap, everybody.
This is an Afrocentric land acknowledgement written by our sister Kay Johnson. As people of African descent, we offer this land recognition in solidarity with the indigenous peoples of Turtle Island in the efforts and deliberate intentions towards decolonization. We acknowledge the land of Turtle Island that was never meant to be owned. We recognize that most of the land that was entrusted to the indigenous peoples was in some cases shared by choice, but all too often taken by force. We recognize the historical colonialism and the ongoing colonialism that has led to the present day situation where land acknowledgements are offered in place of land. As people of African descent, many of us have come here by choice, while many are here as a result of historical force. We acknowledge the complexities where we were promised land that was never given by those it never was to give. As people of African descent, we acknowledge the land of Turtle Island that sustains us. We express deep gratitude to its indigenous peoples, and we pledge to honor our dignity and divinity that ultimately connects us all. This is a message to all of us celebrating this evening from Loris DaCosta, who was a coordinator of this very special program called Hymn to Freedom in recognition of Canadian Black history. Loris DaCosta was the president of the Caribbean Canadian Association of Waterloo Region, and Loris is a retired nurse. And I will read from Loris's letter to us, where she expresses a good evening and a great function to everyone attending tonight, and to go directly to the Hymn to Freedom. She says, inspired by the version of Lift Every Voice and Sing, I thought about what a comparable Canadian version would look like and came upon the idea of Oscar Peterson's Hymn to Freedom. Written in 1962, it is internationally known and was used as an inspiration for the civil rights movement in the 60s in the United States. She said, I thought about this for quite some time, and after many years, with no Canadian Black History Month anthem emerging, I decided to act on my dream. I spoke with some of my friends and later a couple people who studied Black history to test the validity of this idea. Dr. James Walker, the professor of history at the University of Waterloo, now retired, as well as Dr. Lawrence Hill, well-known writer. Both thought it was a good idea and asked me to keep them informed. I also wrote to Oliver Jones himself, a Canadian jazz icon, who is a very good friend of the Peterson family. To my surprise, one day the phone rang, and when I answered, the voice said, "Hello, Loris, this is Oliver Jones." I was beside myself with joy. We talked. He thought the idea was worth pursuing and stated that he had sent a copy of my letter to Mrs. Kelly Peterson, Oscar Peterson's widow. Mrs. Peterson endorsed the idea and offered to give whatever support she could. She was true to her word. The endorsement came, the momentum I needed. The first meeting of a steering committee was held in June of 2018. Many people worked to make the project possible, and I'm extremely thankful for their hard work and contributions. There were many supporters: Mrs. Kelly Peterson, Honorable Jean Augustine, Dr. Oliver Jones, Dr. Carol Duncan, and others at Wilfrid Laurier, as well as the Ontario Black History Society. The journey had its ups and downs, but Hymn to Freedom, in recognition of Canadian Black history, was launched on Friday, March the 22nd, 2019, at the First United Church in Waterloo. The images that you will see this evening represent a very minuscule sample of Black Canadian history from coast to coast. My goal is to increase awareness of Canadian Black history and remind all Canadians now and in the future of its importance. My hope for the future is that this production of Hymn to Freedom will become the preferred anthem used to celebrate Black History Month events in Canada. Let us teach, let us celebrate our history to help all Canadians, and especially our young people, see themselves as achievers and contributing citizens. Thank you. Congratulations, 100 ABC Women. Have a great evening. Enjoy this video.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Round of applause. That was so moving. And thank you, Honorable Dr. Jean Augustine, too, for your message. And I must say, Jean, it is so great to see how savvy you are with technology, and a very extra special warm welcome to all the elders who are on the electronic platforms. Oh my gosh, you must be so, so proud. And that was a beautiful tribute by the late Oscar Peterson, Hymn to Freedom. And check this out right now at TIFF, there's Oscar Peterson, Black plus White. And would you know that Oscar Peterson also showed up at the 100 Accomplished Black Canadian Women event? Why, what a way we are in big company. It was wonderful. It felt like a moment we were seeing family. And now we are going to have greetings from the leadership of one of the greatest cities in the world and in this country, the city of Toronto, and that is none other than the mayor of the city, Mayor John Tory.
Hello, Mayor John Tory here, and it's such a pleasure to join you all for the virtual book launch and gala of 100 Accomplished Black Canadian Women. I want to extend my warmest congratulations to all the women who are featured. Spanning across 8 provinces, you've all made valuable and distinguished contributions to our country and will undoubtedly go on to make countless more in your journeys ahead. I'm so glad that you are being recognized for your accomplishments and for your philanthropy, not only today, but for the next generation of young women that you will inspire to follow in your footsteps. We know that representation matters. We know that diversity matters. Role models matter. And let's be frank, our Black role models have not always had the attention they should have received. And that's important because when young people see themselves in others, they see greater potential for themselves. They dream bigger. So for that, I want to not only congratulate you, but to thank you for the path that you are paving for others. I know it takes a real team effort to bring publications and events like this together, but I want to thank in particular Jean Augustine for her lifelong dedication to lifting other women up. Jean is the gift that keeps on giving. An inspiring speech here, a scholarship program there, and now this book. So Jean, just keep being Jean, and thank you as always. And with that, I wish you all a wonderful event.
Thank you, Mayor John Tory. And now we are moving to our first performer in this segment. And this is going to be a cool surprise. So I hope that you have your government juice, your tea, your wine, or some little something throughout the evening. Just take a little sip of that sparkling water and just, quench your thirst as we navigate this evening of the bold, the brave, and the brilliant. And one of the presenter right now is none other than Donna Jones Simmons. Of course, Donna is one of the co-founders, and she's also the architect of this incredible 100 ABC Women. And she's coming now with a surprise tribute. So stay tuned, keep it locked, and don't go away. But put your hands together and welcome this incredible sister with an incredible vision as she brings this special tribute.
You are accomplished Black Canadian women. ABC Honourees, we call you. By birth or by way of Africa, the Caribbean, Europe, the Middle East, North and South America. You have offered your gifts, your talents, your brains and brawn, and suffered way too long in silence. We can no longer pretend that you are invisible to eyes, and ears will recognize at least one of the numerous languages you fluently speak. You are survivors whose struggles sharpened your resolve to energize each other. You are architects of community building, accomplished Black women, as essential to the sustenance of Canada as a circulatory system is to the human body. Challenges came and you excelled in every realm. You are well versed and diverse, schooled in matters of health, education, technology, business strategy, social justice, the arts and history, government, motherhood, sports, politics, law. Despite gender and other biases, you are chemists and mining engineers. Entrepreneurship is a ship you captain. Sometimes with a smile, sometimes with a clenched jaw. We feel you now. We feel your vibration. Your focus, not on confrontation, but on reconciliation. Not on isolation, but on integration. Sisters with liberated minds and freedom of spirit. You have removed your masks of timidity. Role models to young Black girls and women everywhere. Proudly revealing who you are. You are today's torchbearers, 100 strong women of distinction. Sisters, long pregnant with solutions, have pushed and pushed in unison, giving birth to a new Canada. We know you by name. 100 accomplished Black Canadian women committed to moving sisterhood ahead. From ABC, spreading empowerment to XYZ. We look at you with pride and say, you have reached your destiny. Thank you.
Thank you, Donna Jones Simmons. I told you it was going to be a surprise, and she came with movement because all 100 of you are just people in movement. Oh my gosh, this is rocking. But now we are going to go to the younger generation because this is an intergenerational event. And for all the young people who are snuggled up against somebody or who are waiting to see their auntie or their mom or their sister or their teacher or their friend, big up to you. This is an incredible event for you to witness. And remember, this network and this pool is available to you. Tracy Sweeney is an 18-year-old pianist hailing from Toronto, Canada. She has been playing the steel pan since the age of 3 years old. She has in her DNA the nations of Montserrat, Jamaica, Trinidad, and St. Kitts. She is a music teacher in the becoming. And she has played with all kinds of steel orchestras here in this great city of Toronto. So let's put our hands together and welcome Tracy Sweeney on pan.
Hello, everyone. It's my absolute pleasure to be part virtually of today's event on behalf of TD Bank Group. My name is Deborah Cherenfant, Regional Manager, Women Entrepreneurs at TD. I'm also very excited to celebrate 100 of the most accomplished Black women in Canada and recognize their talents, successes, and direct contributions on our culture. 100 ABC Women is also a fantastic forum for us to come together, inspire one another, and continue to support each other in our collective social, educational, and professional pursuits. At TD, we're committed to taking the right steps to attract and retain women of talent, as well as be a workplace where women can succeed with confidence at all levels. That's why we are so proud to support 100 ABC Women through the TD Ready Commitment, or global corporate citizenship platform aimed at opening doors for a more inclusive and sustainable tomorrow. As we look ahead together, we must all continue our hard work to motivate others to think, act, and be gender inclusive. In doing so, together, we can help open doors within our workplaces and our everyday lives, enabling more Black Canadian women to thrive. Thank you, and I hope you each have a great time.
Oui, bonjour, bonsoir encore. J'espère que vous vous plaisez bien ce soir et que vous appréciez le petit cours d'histoire avec Monsieur Peterson, les sages mots de Madame Augustine, la belle musique que vous avez entendue jusqu'à présent. Merci, Madame Cherenfant, ça fait du bien de voir des femmes cadres noires au sein de banques comme TD. Listen, so the strength and achievements of these Black women are uplifting and inspiring, and equally inspiring is the achievements of our honorees, the women that we celebrate tonight. And tonight, we do create that very special space to honor them. Listen, we want to make sure that you're having some fun, some serious fun tonight, okay? And so we're going to give you a chance to win some prizes. So you see that QR code up there? When you see that QR code come up on your screen, scan it, please, with your mobile device so that you can play our game and earn some points. We're going to be asking you some trivia questions throughout the evening. So I hope you're paying attention. Make sure you're ready. And our top winners, guess what they receive as a prize? The 100 ABC book. Yes, and it is a fabulous book. You want to, I have 2 copies. That's how much I love that book. So if you don't know how to scan a code with your phone, how about we do a practice, right? So everyone get out your phones, open your camera, press on the little camera icon, and then just hold it up to the code that you see there. Don't take a photo, okay? Just hold your phone to the QR code. A link is going to pop up, and if it doesn't, you can enter the link that you see here to sign up, either on your mobile device or on your computer. Sign up with your name and email address, and while you do that, let's introduce our first sector. Now, our first sector, le premier secteur que nous allons voir sont des consultantes, des femmes qui exercent dans les arts créatifs, des ingénieurs et des femmes qui travaillent dans le domaine de l'éducation. So women in creative arts, in engineering, and education. So let's find out who they are.
My message to Black girls and young women. I look back at my younger self and I would give this advice to me, and I'm sharing it with you. Stand tall and take risks. Listen to yourself before you listen to others, and consider the source and the intention of the advice. Love yourself first before expecting others to love you, and you will never be a fool for love. Work hard, even when you're not sure what the end game is. It will all make sense eventually. And lastly, but always first, put your faith first, whatever that may be. Without God's blessings and guidance, I would not be one of the 2020 100 accomplished Black women. Yay!
Hi, I'm Aisha Francis, and my encouragement for everyone tonight is never be too quick to qualify the experiences in your life. We often add judgment to the things that we go through, and we categorize them as good or bad, positive or negative. But there is a scripture that says all things work together for our good, and I believe it's the culmination of both the experiences that we consider good and bad, positive and or negative in our lives, that add to the fullness of our lives and our capacity to step into and fulfill our purposes. So I encourage you to trust the process and know that all things are working together for your good.
As our global community strives to manage the democratization of data, information, technology, and communications, we have reached an inflection point concerning the role of leadership today. It is time for a new perspective on leadership, one founded on the competencies required to thrive in disruption. It is time for us to expand our leadership capabilities to solve critical business problems and lead the tough conversations while skillfully navigating the minefield of inclusive engagement. It is time for us to adopt a data-driven business culture to gain greater business intelligence and initiate new ways to manage, lead, and drive innovation. It is time for us to harness the power of cultural innovation and leverage a holistic approach to leading an impactful, profitable, and sustainable way for the future.
Hi, my name is Kim Shuka, and I'm excited to be here to tell you that it works out. It works out in the end, and no matter what is coming in your way of your purpose and your dreams, you have to know that you are capable, you are powerful, and you can do this. So do not be discouraged. Do not be discouraged. I do believe that you are here in your passion and your purpose to inspire somebody. So remove the self-doubt, remove the fear, and keep going. No matter what happens, keep going and stay encouraged.
Hello everybody, this is Emerita Amarancia, and I would like to extend a warm thank you from my heart for this wonderful award to be part of the 100 most influential Black women of Canada in 2019. And my message to young girls is have goals and try to accomplish one goal at a time, because small victories will lead to big victories. Always stay humble and be grateful for what you have achieved, and never forget to help those along who also have potential just like you, so they can reach their goals in their lives. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Nadia Elhan. I am very proud to be one of the 100 ABC women this year. My message is for Black girls, and that is, you are special, you are gifted, and I hope that you can see the talent and the ability and the uniqueness that's inside of you, and that you have belief in yourself about that you pursue your dreams, and that you try to find people who can help you on your journey. And that could start with a teacher, a mentor, somebody older, could be a few people. Just have a team that can encourage you and help you to nurture those gifts that are inside of you. So that is my message to the Black girls and teens today. My second message is to the Prime Minister, if I had a chance to speak with them, about the Black girls, Black women rather. And my advice or my recommendation would be investing in the time and the resources that allow Black women to work on themselves, develop themselves, and also strengthen their families. I think that Black women are worthy of this kind of an investment. And this could be finding ways to help Black women to become more career able to change careers if they so choose, or advance in a career, providing educational opportunities as well as the resources required to take time with their families, invest in their families. And that is my advice for the Prime Minister.
Audrey Zena Mandiela, a Toronto-based writer, director, innovator, and arts producer, is a Black woman pioneer and a hugely influential force on today's Canadian art scene. This award-winning poet and theater artist, widely known for her innovative theater practice since the late 70s, worked mostly as a performance poet in her early years. Her greatest accomplishment is being a caring mother and rising above self-centeredness. Robin Maynard was born in Winnipeg, Manitoba. She is currently a PhD student at the University of Toronto in the Women and Gender Studies Institute, where she is a Vanier Scholar. Maynard is the author of the book Policing Black Lives: State Violence in Canada from Slavery to the Present, a book that provides readers with a comprehensive account of nearly 400 years of state-sanctioned surveillance, criminalization, and punishment of Black lives in Canada, while continually highlighting the ubiquity of Black resistance. She prides herself as she shares one of her greatest accomplishments, which is writing Policing Black Lives.
Greetings. I want to drop some knowledge about Sankofa, an Adinkra symbol from Ghana. I see Sankofa as a mythical bird with an Afrofuturist spin on time embedded in its design. She flies forward into the future while looking back to the past. As an artist, I have rendered this symbol hundreds of times, which has brought me to understand that as people of African descent, we must emulate the Sankofa bird if we seek to free ourselves from the ongoing catastrophe of slavery. We must reimagine Black histories while dreaming Black freedom into being. This contemplation conjures for me hopeful imaginings of becoming and unbecoming towards an embodied Black selfhood.
Hi everyone, I wish you all well. Be proud of yourselves and all your endeavors. Remember to respect yourselves as well as others.
A policy recommendation I would offer to Premier Ford and Prime Minister Trudeau is to consider a cross-collaborative initiative between academics and performing arts creatives, exclusively for Black women, not only to advance leadership, but also to amplify theory and practice, and as well as bring collaborative projects that would consider the political, the cultural, the social, and economic sustainability for Black women's artistic leadership across Canada.
Hi, I'm Michelle Newton. I'm a speaker, expert, and advocate for inclusion and belonging. My message to you is to find a way to truly believe in yourself. The whole you, all parts of you, all your differences, all your uniquenesses make you who you are. And it's so important not to try to spend our lives fitting in, but to give ourselves permission to fit out. And in fact, there are 2 steps to it: to find those parts of you that you can share with everyone and fit out in all your glory. And the second part is every opportunity you have to disrupt those patterns that are excluding people who are different, to include them, to speak up, to stand up, and be part of making that change that's so needed for our world to be more inclusive.
Karen Richards Bradshaw is the Chief Operating Officer for Patrick Cassidy and Associates, a business interior, design, and furniture dealership. Her greatest accomplishment is finding herself In the last 10 years of her career, she has ignored advice on the many ways she should change and how she should act. She felt that was inauthentic in order to get ahead.
Hello, my name is Tanika Riley, and I am so honored to be one of the 100 accomplished Black women of Canada for 2020. Yes! And in a world that glorifies busy, that's always promoting the hustle and the go, 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 one of the best pieces of wisdom I could offer is that we learn and practice the art of stillness, of slowing down, of stopping sometimes in life to hear our own internal wisdom and guidance. I truly believe that our ancestors are always with us, whispering and showing us signs to support us in standing in our purpose and in joy. So we need to really practice this art of slowing down so that we can receive the guidance and live a life with intention and purpose. Ashe.
Ebony Rowe is dedicated to the growth of others and supporting charitable causes with a positive community impact. She has volunteered with, founded, and directed organizations that cater to the needs of some of society's overlooked groups, including the Each One Teach One mentoring program for Black youth and FemFat Entertainment Group. Ebony's work earned her much recognition and other awards, including Canadian Black Business and Professional Association Woman of Honor Award, a Special Achievement Award from the Urban Music Association of Canada, Black Pearl's Cultured Pearl Award for Community Involvement, just to name a few.
I am most grateful to our ancestors and our elders, both within my family and within our communities. I walk in their legacy, strength, and power every day. And as Dr. Maya Angelou said, there were those who came before us. Someone found the path. Someone built the road before us. And we have the responsibility to build the road for those who are yet to come. And we cannot let our defeats or cynicism destroy our hope. When we have the courage to hope, anything is possible. We are our ancestors' wildest dreams, and we owe it to them to keep dreaming and hoping. Thank you.
My message to the Premier is to invest in education and make it accessible and affordable so that Black girls can attend post-secondary institutions. We need an inclusive curriculum where Black achievements are celebrated not just for Black History Month, but all throughout the year. Other investments include hiring Black educators and funding social programs that target the most vulnerable. Providing affordable, accessible childcare will allow Black mothers to access both higher education and succeed in the workforce.
Good evening. I'm Janice Ursula Clark Searles, a name I wear so proudly. I am very humbled by this honor being bestowed on me today, and I thank the Honorable Jean Augustine for the nomination. Young women, you can do everything and anything. Young Black women, be strong. Be proud of who you are. We stand on the shoulders of those who came before us. And so the sky is the limit. Success means that we step up confidently. And I know that much will be achieved.
My inspirational message is for young Black girls and young women to always continue to be true to themselves. We have many different hurdles and obstacles in life, but it's the strength that we have that we didn't even know we had from our ancestors, our grandmothers, our aunts, any strong female woman in our life that shaped us in any way or form and helped us to identify our personal politics, that helped us to identify our strength. They believed in us when we didn't even know there was us to believe in. And so it's with that we must make sure to hold to our hearts. And in the times of darkness, when we feel as though we can't continue, there is always a light in our hearts. We look in the mirror and we'll see the faces of those that believed in us for us to move forward and continue to make change. And when we have daughters, we also have the opportunity to continue the work that has been done. I appreciate my mom. I appreciate my grandmother. I appreciate all my aunts that helped me to get where I am today, because it is their strength and their shoulders that I lean on, that I hold, that I carry, and my strength in God that has also gotten me to where I am today. And so while we do not come with instructions of how to live our life, the most important inspirational message I can say is live your life like a butterfly. Start out in a cocoon, manifest through the stages, and fly to the highest degree of what you want to achieve and what you want to look for, and don't let anyone break your stride or make you feel that you're less than you are, because you're a strong, Black, beautiful girl, beautiful woman, and you will always succeed in life, because that is what we do. Thank you.
Dr. Melinda S. Smith is a professor of political science and the Provost Fellow, Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Policy at the University of Alberta. Born in the Bahamas, she has made Alberta her home for over 3 decades. A 2018 Pierre Elliott Trudeau Foundation Fellow, her research, A Seat at the Table, Engendering Black Canadian Pasts and Futures, focuses on unearthing stories of Black hidden figures in Canadian politics, law, and higher education. She is a co-editor of the forthcoming volume, Nuances of Blackness in the Canadian Academy. Dr. Smith also serves on Statistics Canada's Working Group on Black Communities in Canada. Her greatest accomplishment is when she became the first person in her family to obtain a PhD and become a university professor. Many of her nieces and nephews followed suit. It's humbling to be the only Black female full professor in Canada.
Hi, my name is May Marie Duaiso. One message of inspiration I'd like to give to Black women, girls, and youth is to always remember that Black is beautiful. You're distinctly fabulous, uniquely diverse, and should continue to move forward with your heads held high with pride and dignity. As long as you lean into any sphere with your authentic self and do your utmost best, you will excel beyond your wildest imagination. Of course, there will be challenges along the way, but with resilience and grace, you will overcome. Chart your own course, blaze your own trail, and learn from the wisdom and experiences of elders so you don't repeat the mistakes of the past.
Good evening. It is a distinct honor to receive this award this evening. My message to Black women and girls is that you must have hope. Hope in your ability to make change. Remember that you stand on the shoulders of strong Black women who have walked this path and prepared your way. You have the agency to blaze your own trail. Remember, in the end, you will be measured by how many and with whom you have shared your unique and special talents. To the Prime Minister, Canada's economic and political space must not only be accessible to Black women and girls, but they must be safe from misogyny, racism, and sexism. You must therefore prove to us that you will do more than you have done so far. Thank you, 100 ABC Women, for this prestigious award.
I am blessed to have a loving family and lifelong supportive friends. Thank you. I appreciate you. To the 100 Accomplished Black Canadian Women Committee, thank you. I am honored to be among such distinguished women. I know that I, like the women receiving this award, will continue to be an inspiration to young women. To young Black women and girls, the future celebrants, I would say, resist being defined by others, know who you are, and cultivate a vision for your life. Know that your strength and power comes from within. Trust your internal wisdom. You may experience opportunities deferred or denied, which will consume your time and energy, but have confidence. Through excellence and determination, you will, in the end, successfully achieve your goals. Above all, live with integrity and be incentivized towards following a moral imperative. Thank you.
Charmaine McKenzie is the Executive Director of Strategic Initiatives and Operations, Faculty of Law at Ryerson University, where she provides leadership on academic administration, financial and human resources planning, and organizational development. Raised in Mississauga by parents who shaped and inspired her core values and work ethics, Charmaine has always been focused on developing people and putting the necessary systems in place to help them succeed. Charmaine's achievements, individually and as a team member, have been recognized at Ryerson with 2 President's Blue and Gold Awards of Excellence, the Linda Grayson Administrative Leadership Award, and the Dean's Excellence Award.
Good evening, everyone. I am honored to be part of this tremendous group of women, and I want to offer a word of inspiration, a challenge, encouragement, and a wish. My wish is that we continue to be celebrated for our vast contributions to culture and community. My challenge to us, to subsequent generations, to generations before us, is that we demand and have our full citizenship and the dignity of full citizenship in this country. My encouragement is that we aspire to peace, the peace of God, that will sustain us through every chapter, and that we continue to be respected, and that we just get better and better and better, and that we continue to make and create atmosphere in a way that relieves everyone who comes after us. And it's that simple, and it's that necessary. And I'm just grateful to be here and to experience this moment. Thank you.
My message to our young Black girls, our strong Black women, who we continue to make differences in the lives of others throughout this country. My message to you is that let's continue to build the backpacks of our young people. Young women, continue to believe in yourself. Find ways to affirm your identity. And as Black women, let's affirm their identity by providing mentorship and leadership and opportunities to build their pathways for the future. As Black women, as Black females, we make a difference. We carry heavy weights. We carry and we advocate. We make room, we open doors, and each of those things, we come with confidence, we come with brilliance, we come with excellence, and we come with joy. Let's continue to make a difference.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Ray Reese, and I am an assistant professor at X University here in Takaranto, coming to you from Treaty 13 on Turtle Island. If I could give one message of inspiration to Black women and girls and Black youth in general, it would be that you are not defined by anyone else's narrative of who they think you are, nor are you defined by your past experiences. Due to structural racism and oppression, this world was not designed for us to succeed. However, we can fix each other's crowns, we can empower each other, we can be inspirations for each other, and we can create collective communities of care. We can provide mentorship to young Black women and girls, and we can also pay forward that mentorship. In closing, I want to thank the organizing committee for this honor. I am deeply humbled and moved and very appreciative. Congratulations to my fellow honorees.
Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Ruth Rodney, and I want to send a warm congratulations to all of the women being honored this year. When I think about a message of inspiration for Black women and girls, I've always said that the greatest leaders in history, they've struggled. They've failed numerous times. They've been discounted and hated. But they're the ones that keep rising up in the most difficult of situations. They are the ones that keep getting up when they're knocked down. They are the ones that dare to hope and see possibilities when others only see negativity. So when people say to you, you're too complicated, or you're too much drama, or nothing is ever simple with you, just smile and know you're destined for greatness, because greatness never lived in mediocrity. Take care.
Good evening. My name is Colleen Russell Rollins. This evening, I'll share a realization with you that has been valuable to me as a Black woman and a professional. Always remember, you may not be welcome in every space that you step into, but you belong in every space you choose to enter. Thank you.
Dr. Vincella Thompson is a longtime resident of Fort McMurray, Alberta. She was born in St. Andrew, Jamaica, but immigrated to Toronto, Canada with her family as a teenager. She is the mother of 3 grown children and a grandma to 6 grandchildren. Vincella holds a degree in honors psychology and a Bachelor of Education from Western University. She earned her master's degree in leadership and special education from San Diego State University and her PhD in education from Capella University in Minnesota, USA. Her best advice for the next generation is to take risks and embrace change. Don't take everything so seriously. See the humor in things and remember tomorrow is another day. Be kind to yourself.
I am very proud of the actions to support social change and anti-racism undertaken by African Canadian women and Black people worldwide. Thank you for your commitment to change that betters our world. I would like to provide a challenge to all. It is to continue to lift up our communities of African descent, locally, nationally, and worldwide. It is often disheartening to see important gains erased. Our collective histories are full of such examples. I look to my African Nova Scotian elders, who, while making gains, often suffered with the resurgence of racism. They taught me to not give up, and neither should you. Remember the African proverb, "The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is now." Thank you.
Teresa Nyabeze is a professional mining engineer, diversity champion, and community organizer. She immigrated to Canada when she was 12. She has a mining engineering degree from Laurentian University. In 2001, Teresa moved to Thompson, Manitoba to pursue a career in the mining sector. While there, she chaired the Thompson chapter of the Association of Professional Engineers and Geoscientists of Ontario, volunteered with the Thompson Chamber of Commerce, and organized activities promoting her profession to youth and women. In 2016, she published a children's book called Underground, My Mining Adventure, to promote diversity in her sector. Currently living in Sudbury, Ontario, Teresa is a senior mine engineer at Vail, a member of the Technology Access Center Advisory Board, and a volunteer with the Afro Heritage Association of Sudbury. Her greatest accomplishments? Becoming a vocal and influential member of the mining industry and helping to grow a 22-year-old networking group for women in STEM fields in Sudbury. Her advice to the next generation? Create the future you want, stick to your values, and have them show up consistently in everything you do and say. Cameroonian-born engineer Isabelle Fotzing arrived in Montreal in 2004 as an international student. She has a bachelor's in electrical power systems engineering and a master's in metallurgical engineering from the Montreal Polytechnic. She worked as a clean energy project analyst and data scientist for over 10 years before joining the startup world. Isabelle is the co-founder and chief technology officer of Water Geeks, an award-winning artificial intelligence startup launched in 2018. Isabelle volunteers for various nonprofits, including Femmes Amazon, which promotes Black talent, Chantier Jeunesse, which is focused on youth empowerment, and the Concertation Montréal's network of young women leaders, which promotes parity and diversity within governance bodies. Her greatest accomplishment? Leaving a secure corporate job to start her own company. Her advice to the next generation? Refuse limitations by others. Trust your instincts. Lift as you climb. The more of us there are, the easier it is to break glass ceilings.
Wow, 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 wow. Quelles femmes inspirantes. What inspiring women and what inspiring messages for our young people. Well, not just for our young people. I mean, there were mic drops in my head throughout from beginning to end. So, I mean, even, old people like me can learn something from these very accomplished, distinguished, and just kicking a lot of, in their respective fields. C'est vraiment très inspirant. So, are you ready for the first trivia game? You want to win a prize? Okay. So, which of Canada's 2 provinces and territories were not represented among the 2020 honorees? Okay. Which 2 provinces were not represented? New Brunswick, Saskatchewan, Yukon, and Nunavut. New Brunswick, Manitoba, Yukon, and Northwest Territories. Manitoba, Newfoundland and Labrador, the Nunavut, and Northwest Territories. Pick whichever the right combination, and you could win one of those fabulous hardcover copies of the honoring the 2020 honorees. Okay, you ready for some more music? Oh, I love this guy. Our first musical interlude is with Eddie Bullen and Belinda Brady.
evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's such a pleasure to be here tonight, performing with Eddie Bullen and these awesome musicians. Wow, it feels great to be live again. Wow. Earlier on, I wrote the song called What We Need Is Love. I hope you're feeling it. Yeah, yeah. Fires are burning, the glaciers are melting, our world is hurting, what we need is change. Let love soar like an eagle, let love soar, free your mind, let love soar, all around the world, let it soar, soar, move the chains from your mind, take away the shackles from your heart. I reach out my hand, it's all the love to gain, 'cause when you cry I feel your pain, when you hurt I feel your shame. Don't be afraid of the darkness, we're in this together, we'll build this endeavor, we are one people, together we will stand, you are my brother man, oh my sister, understand. Let love soar like an eagle, let love soar, free your mind, let love flow, all around the world, let it soar, soar, while my eyes shedding tears, rivers gone dry, no one cares, climate's changing, we all know why, onslaught of Mother Nature, children stand together, rivers on the ocean, fishermen's cry, families hungry, nowhere to turn, all this anxiety, we've gotta stand firm, we've gotta make the change, we've gotta make the change, like an eagle, let love flow, free your mind, let love soar, all around the world, let it soar, eagle, let love flow, free your mind, let love soar, all around the world, let it soar, soar, let love soar, like an eagle, let love flow, free your mind, free your mind, Thank you.
There are people out there that would consider me, quote unquote, I hate this word, but a terrorist.
As an Indigenous person, you were known as somebody who potentially could be a drunk, have substance abuse issues.
Being Indian, they may have expected me to know a lot about computers.
It's sometimes a really unique experience navigating the world as a person with a disability who looks to be completely able-bodied.
He made a comment about, well, don't worry about this that's going on because you won't be here too much longer. You'll be off having your next baby soon.
Most women are, told they need to behave a certain way.
People really think that my generation is lazy.
Just another blonde waitress.
Hey, do you rap?
The only black girl.
I didn't belong.
I guess kind of growing up, people made these assumptions about what I was supposed to be, but it was really eye-opening for me to realize that I had been making those same assumptions myself.
We all like to think that we're inclusive, but sometimes we don't actually step back and think, wait a second, did I hear everybody in the room?
I mean, don't judge is the message, but it's also hard not to.
I always thought that every gay man was flamboyant and rude.
The older generation is set in their ways.
Initially, I thought there was something weird about a girl who would want to be a camera operator because of the word cameraman, and we still have to work past these things and stuff.
I went into the school on my first day, and there's these little girls, and they're wearing hijabs, and I was really intimidated by that.
Have your initial judgments, but also be willing to learn.
My definition of inclusion is a world and a society in which constructed barriers have been torn down.
Inclusion for me is setting up an environment where everybody is comfortable.
Open to accept other people's opinions.
All individuals, regardless of their diversity, feel welcomed, feel respected.
It means that they don't have to try to be what others expect them to be.
Change is possible, but it takes the right person to make a change happen.
I had a shop floor supervisor who stood up for me and sent out a company-wide email saying that Robin has every legal right to use the women's change rooms. It's funny because you do find allies in some of the strangest places.
One thing we can do to support inclusion is to talk about it.
You have to demonstrate that you're committed to this.
Get to know people around you. Do something different. Learn something different. Learn about a culture.
Different races, different religions, different belief systems, and see what there's good in all those things.
Be an active listener. That's one of the things I practice with other immigrants as well.
Open up your mind and take your time and get to know someone. Instead of putting them in this box, just showing that interest, it's gonna surprise you.
Ask me a stupid question. I don't care if it's a stupid question, just ask me.
I'm an open book and willing to answer them.
I don't see it as a negative thing, I see it as a teachable moment.
Just ask me how to pronounce my name.
It's simple. You decide that other people's feelings and experiences matter.
We need to have more uncomfortable conversations so that we can drive more inclusion. And oftentimes, it's not easy.
And it's important, otherwise change will never happen.
My name is Shomodip Ganguly, but people call me Sam.
I am Layla Karem.
Mutsa Matanga.
Ms. Geneviève Leblanc. Ashley Pasila.
Patrick Duff.
Neil McLaughlin.
Helena Gotchling.
Rod Bulger.
Jessica Shue.
Kazim Marcano. I'm a chef and I forge metals.
A proud mother.
Forklift operator and a truck driver.
I envision a day when we can just be so accepting of each other, where we can make space for others.
The BIPOC Executive Search app is here for you. Get information about job opportunities we're recruiting for. Keep up to date and in the know about career news tailored to Indigenous, Black, and other racialized audiences. Gain helpful tips and learnings to help you on your career trajectory, celebrate job appointments, and more. The BIPOC Executive Search app, here to elevate the candidate experience for Black, Indigenous, and communities of color. Free to download and available on iPhone and Android smartphones.
Oui, merci à nos commanditaires. Those were some great ads. Listen, I was so anxious to hear the music. I just sat there and waited for the music. Oh my goodness. Y'all need to know. Y'all need to know these two amazing Canadian iconic artists. Okay, Eddie Bullen, listen. Hello, Grenada. Eddie Bullen is a standout musician and he is multi-talented. And actually, Eddie and Belinda have in common that music is in the family. Eddie has created a musical family with his son, Quincy, and Belinda is a descendant from musician entertainer Carl Brady, who was one of the original members of the iconic Byron Lee and the Dragonaires. And Belinda has sung with renowned reggae artists like Shaggy, Julian Marley, soca star Denise Plummer, and many others. And Eddie, well, Eddie Bullen is just, he stands all by himself. He doesn't need to be a backup, nobody, nothing. He is just
World
an
class.
amazing artist with many, many CDs out there already, many of which I own and play on my radio show. And I'm going to stop there before I keep going on and on, because I'm really excited about the entertainment tonight.
Yeah.
Aita.
You know what? It is wonderful because in 2016, Eddie Bullen and his band came. 2018, Baps came back again and just made it sweet. And would you know, he's here again this year in 2021. And this is the fluidity of things. We're celebrating all the great, bold, and brilliant people of 2020, but we're so cool. We just moved it into 2021 just because we are recovering from the pandemic. But big up, as you say, to our great musicians. I'm telling you, I love the music. I soared like an eagle. And would you know that my phone was blowing up the whole time? All the political parties in this country were calling party number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. And this is what they all consistently said. Canadians, we are going to pause the election and we are just going to make the 100 incredible, accomplished Black women the government. And hear this, they all said they're going to make you cabinet ministers. So stay tuned for more. And there's one moment that I want to just jump to and quickly correct. And I'm going to be Sankofa right now. So I'm going to go back to come forward. And that is to thank Trinice Sweeney for the playing of that wonderful instrument, the steel pan, and she played, oh my God, You're Royal. There we go. So now we are going to trivia again. Let the drums roll, bring up that trivia question. And the question is, for all those people who are anxious to win the big prize, how many 2020 honorees are born in Canada or were born in Canada? How many 2020 honorees were born in Canada? Did somebody say 50? Did I hear somebody say 40? Or is it 33? Oh my gosh, 33. That is the size of my hips. 33. Is it 50? Is it 40? Or is it 33? So make sure to do that stuff. And by the way, there are almost 400 people tuned in watching this 100 accomplished Black Canadian women event. Almost 100. That is so significant because we always count 400 years. So how cool is that? That is almost. So we're not going to say almost because we bold, we brave, and we brilliant. 400 people, 4 million people on this call. And now we're going to go to the next segment of this program. And this is the segment where we are going to introduce the entrepreneurs, people in finance, people in government, and also outstanding people and women in healthcare. You are people who know that every mickle is a muckle. You are our first ministers of finance. You are the backdrop of Black market economics and economy. And you definitely have been the backbone of our health sector, whether you give us Bush tea or whether you're doing STEM research. And throughout COVID and all the pandemics that we experience, we celebrate you for your tenacity. Some people go to their jobs. They may hate them, but they love their families. And that's why you are brave, bold, and brilliant. And so we now go to the honorees celebrating entrepreneurship, finance, government, and healthcare.
Chioma Ifeanyi Okoro is an award-winning strategy and growth consultant focused on delivering business growth and personal brand building strategies to students, professionals, women entrepreneurs, large enterprises, and business associations across the world. She's also the founder of My African Corner, a 3,000 plus community of Black professionals and entrepreneurs spread across Canada, United States, and Europe. The organization has partnered with CIBC, Facebook, Shopify, City of Toronto, MARS, Discovery District, Sandbox by DMZ, Ryerson University, and more to connect Black students, professionals, and entrepreneurs with access to resources, skills, and networks to grow in their respective careers. One of her greatest accomplishments is when she moved to Canada on her own as an international student from Nigeria at 17. If you told me that 13 years later I would be named one of WXN Canada's top 100 most powerful women, I would never have believed you, she says.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Letna Allen Rowe, OD, and I am delighted to be a part of this festivities, this award this year. If I were to give young Black person advice, I would tell them that they count, they matter, and that as they grow up and mature into being women of the future, there are decisions that they will have to make, and they'll have to make sure that those decisions that they make are decisions that count, decisions that will uplift them, decisions that when they look back at their life 10, 20 years down the road, they will say, I'm happy I made that decision to be where I am. Always ensure that whatever you do, you are heard. Always make sure that you matter. Always be positive, because no one else can be you, and you determine your own destiny. So be strong, have faith in yourself, and tell yourself that I am and I will succeed. Now, if I were to speak to the Premier of Ontario, I would advocate on a policy for him to make sure that there is funding for Black woman entrepreneur, and not just get the funding, but to ensure that the funding get to where it needs to go, to work with young Black women to help them to achieve their goals and to make a living and a life for themselves. Thank you very much. Have yourself a wonderful evening.
Wendy Beckles' professional career that spans North America, Europe, and the Caribbean has held executive roles in a variety of industries, both for-profit and non-profit sectors. She's a graduate of Harvard University and the Rotman School of Management and holds several accreditations, including Certified General Accountant, Chartered Professional Accountant, and Certified Healthcare Administration designations. Wendy is an accomplished and innovative healthcare Chief Executive Officer in the nonprofit sector. She inspires continuous process improvement, organizational excellence, and service quality. Serving over 900 seniors across an innovative healthcare campus, under her leadership, Shepherd Village Inc. delivers a continuum of care, including independent living, retirement living, assisted living, and long-term care. Wendy believes that seniors' care is a major social priority in Ontario, given the size and demographic of its aging population.
Valuing those relationships that you have with your sisters. And I'm not just speaking to the relationships that you will form with your immediate family, but those friendships, long-lasting relationships that you can form along the way. I'm speaking to those women who will come into your lives that will bring you inspiration, that will be there in your moments of joy, that will be there in your moments of need, and at times will be your greatest sources of support. Cherish, value, don't ever let anything get in the way of your relationships with your sisters.
Janet Campbell is CEO of Nanny's Natural Hair Studio and children's author and storyteller. She was born in St. Catherine, Jamaica, and grew up with her grandparents after her mother migrated to Canada. Her greatest accomplishments was having started Nanny's Natural Hair Studios in the basement of her home over 20 years ago and seeing it grow to be one of the leading natural hair salons in Toronto and becoming a published author of 2 children's books. Kafia Meets the Moon is a story of a child's curiosity about the moon. Purpose Finds His Gift teaches children about finding their own special talent and listening to their inner voice.
Guyanese-born Carisan Clark Glasgow is a financial expert and entrepreneur who migrated to Canada at the age of 16. After high school, Carisan earned an accounting diploma and started her career as an accounts payable analyst. She later obtained an entrepreneurship and business management diploma from Centennial College. She's also a certified nail technician. Carisan has worked at Scotiabank as a reconciliation clerk, at GEAC Computer Corporation as a financial analyst, and United Way as a finance coordinator while running her own nail salon. She's volunteered with many organizations including Black Cap, Sheena's Place, and Milliken Co-op Homes, and for causes like the Braids for AIDS prison project at a youth detention center. Her greatest accomplishments, her 2 children, becoming a licensed financial planner, owning a successful nail salon since 1993, and her advice to the next generation: be intentional about your plans for life. Review and amend as needed. Focus on the lessons, not the obstacles. Don't be afraid to start over. Keep learning. Ask questions.
Hello. Good evening. My name is Mabinti Dennis, and I want to thank the 100 accomplished Black women for their acknowledgement of my contribution to Canadian society. My message to young girls and to women today is to believe in yourself, learn the value of education and the importance of setting goals. Pursue your dreams, no matter how far-fetched they may seem. Never create obstacles or barriers or limitations for yourself. Only see the possibility. Keep moving forward. Create and design your own path. I hope this can be an inspiration to you. Thank you.
My name is Vivian Dixon, CEO and co-founder of A Supreme Nursing and Home Care Services, and also co-founder of A Supreme Foundation. What best advice would I give to the next generation? Take risks. Step out of your comfort zone to achieve what you want out of life. Initially, should you fail, try, keep on trying. Never give up. Moving forward, keep trying. Moving forward, this will help you to develop courage and to better understand other challenges that you may face. Don't blame the system. Don't blame anyone or anything. If you say you can't, you won't. If you say you can, you will. These are the differences in attitudes. A negative attitude gives you bad results. A positive attitude gives you good results. This is my advice to the next generation. My name is Vivian Dixon. Thank you very much.
An avid natural hair promoter, Nancy Falaise owns and teaches at the award-winning Salon et Académie Nancy Falaise. A stylist for over 20 years, she has worked and taught all aspects of hair care to professionals in New York, Switzerland, Montreal, and London, Ontario. Nancy also runs a program with Montreal Social Services, teaching foster families and social workers to care for foster children's hair. Her workshops on damaging hair straighteners and braiding habits have garnered much media attention. Nancy is a breast cancer survivor who offers strength, knowledge, and support to fellow patients, and she created a line of products catering to their needs. Nancy is a philanthropist who supports local fundraisers for the Black community to help collect school supplies and other necessities. Her greatest accomplishments? Her son defeating breast cancer, opening her school and hair salon. Her advice to the next generation: don't be so hard on yourself and don't be afraid to fail. Get up and try again.
Know your worth.
Own your value. Use your voice. When I started to assemble the contributions of Black Canadians of excellence in our society, many people questioned what value I brought to the table. I gathered some of the best people and ensured that many of our Black Canadian veterans had the opportunity to record their stories, creating hundreds of hours of shared content available to all Canadians. And we have seen this have global reach. Speak your truth and know that your voice matters.
Hello, I'm Cheryl Kerr, founder and managing partner at Medex Health Services. I am truly grateful to be a 2020 100 ABC Woman Honoree. My advice to the next generation would be to have a crystal clear vision of their future, remain positive even in the face of adversities and failures. Be courageous, always position yourself, stay focused, and never let the perfect hinder the possibilities.
Hi, I'm Candace Kachapaw, founder and executive director of Developing Young Leaders of Tomorrow Today, and I am one of the top 100 accomplished Black Canadian women recipients of the award for 2020. I'm honored to be in this illustrious company of change-making women. If I can give a message of inspiration to Black women, girls, and our young people, it is that you're living in the most incredibly positive and impactful opportunity of your generation to be the change you want to see in your world. Embrace the call to action to fight for your rights. Be the champion for your Black girl magic. Be fierce, be bold, be innovative. Leave your mark the best way you can. And if I had an audience with the Prime Minister of Canada, I would recommend that Canada's employment, housing, and foreign policies be amended to include Black diplomacy at the intersection of lived experience, social determinants of health, and socioeconomic equity development, that they be part of key concepts that are embedded into the development, implementation, and periodic evaluation of these policies. Black diplomacy recognizes the UN Decade for People of African Descent's themes of recognition, justice, and development, and calls for itemized actions that ensure that the plight of Black Canadians are legitimized by systemic and systematic policy change-making. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mary Oguyemi. I'm a Nigerian-born Canadian entrepreneur from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. My advice for Black women and girls is to believe in yourself and your ability to thrive under any circumstance. Don't be afraid to seek support and encouragement from those around you and even in unexpected places. And finally, where you find opportunities lacking, boldly create those opportunities for yourself and your community. Thank you.
Advice for Black women and girls is to put God first in your life. Be compassionate and forgiving. Show respect for everyone regardless of race, gender, or age, and give diligence to your education. Do not compare yourself with anyone. Everything you need to prosper in life lies within you. Put on the best apparel called confidence. It is said that the graveyard is full of untapped potential. Tap into yourself and find your niche, and the sky will be your limit. My request to the Prime Minister of Premier is the empowering of women and girls through education, trade, and skills development. Because when you educate a woman, you educate a community.
Hazel Palmer is a seasoned senior executive with more than 30 years of extensive progressive experience in the nonprofit sector. She is currently the president and chief executive officer of Sherborne Health, a dynamic center for integrated health care services and community programs located in downtown Toronto. Sherborne prioritizes populations facing unique barriers to health care, which includes newcomers to Canada, lesbian, gay, bi, and trans communities, and people experiencing homelessness.
The words of aspirations that I have for women and girls is to take the time to get to know who you truly are. Get to know your strengths, your weaknesses, your dreams and aspirations, and work every day towards that objective. Don't let anyone deter you away from that. Stay true and authentic. Work and live from your heart. And make sure to never forget where you came from.
Here is my advice to young Black women and girls. Know that success is achievable, but you need a plan. You can rise above the social constructs that attempt to define you. Create your own niche, set your goals, and do not be afraid to seek mentorship from those who lead exemplary lives. We are 100 women strong tonight. It is yours to enjoy. I did it, and you can do it too.
Zimbabwean-born Colleen Chikira is a startup business investor, co-owner of several businesses, a real estate investor, and community advocate. She moved to Montreal when she was 11 and currently lives in Edmonton with her family. She has a degree in business administration. Colleen co-owns several businesses with her husband, including the Learning Academy and a security company, along with their multi-million-dollar real estate portfolio. Their latest venture is 16-Week Investor, a coaching and mentorship program for aspiring investors. Their real estate expansion spans several regions in North America, from Yellowknife to Arizona to Ohio and Edmonton. Colleen gives back to her community through local volunteer activities, including fundraising for children in need in Zimbabwe. Her greatest accomplishment? Successfully balancing being a mother to her two beautiful children, an attentive spouse and business partner, and a successful real estate investor. Her advice to the next generation: never take anything for granted. Life is too short for regrets over missed opportunities. Protect your space and always surround yourself with those you love and who love you.
Dear special Black woman and girl, you are unique in your own way. There is a reason why you are on earth at a time like this. Because you know what? Destiny is waiting for you to manifest. There is someone out there that is waiting for you to bring forth the gifts and all that God has created for you to manifest in this world. I want to encourage you to leap. Take a look at yourself. Look at all the things that you have accomplished in spite of the brokenness, the opposition, the limitations. You are still standing, girl. And nothing can stop what God has in store for you. So rise up. Fulfill your purpose. Dream again. Start working on your goals and your dreams and your plans and your projects. You can do it. Trust me. I did it. That means you can do it. Rise up, special woman. Leap into your destiny. Thank you.
Thank you to our mothers, grandmothers, and great-grandmothers who had a vision and a dream for us. And to the 100 ABC Executive for creating such a wonderful honor. To the young women and the youth of our future, go into your neighborhoods and make friendships. Go into your communities and create awareness. Go into your schools and inspire creativity. Go into the business sections and offer opportunities. Go into the justice system and promote fairness. Go into legislature to ensure equality. And then enter the world and let your light shine in love. Thank you.
First, a statement for all Black women and girls. You have what it takes to achieve whatever you want for your life. My advice is threefold. First, get really, really clear about what you want, whether it's for your career, wealth, relationships, health, well-being. Just take the time to get clear, not what other people want from you. So get clear. Number two, create a plan. A plan with milestones. There's key things that you need to achieve and kind of break down the steps in between. And then the third thing is stay the course. It's going to be bumpy. There are going to be unexpected things. You're going to have to adjust the plan. Stay the course. You got this.
Claudette McGowan is an award-winning, globally focused IT leader with more than 18 years of success leading digital transformation, optimizing infrastructure, and designing new approaches that improve service experiences. Claudette also writes books for children, builds robots, and is the founder of the Black Arts and Innovation Expo. She says that some of her greatest accomplishments are overcoming the odds. Expectations were low, the bar was lower, but opportunities and support were in abundance. I had a hunger to be more and do better. Being able to thrive in difficult environments and situations has defined my experience on earth.
I feel incredibly proud when I see all young people excel in whatever they choose to do. Special shout out to the young Black women out there. Enjoy the journey becoming the best version of yourself. That's going to be different for each person. So nurture a bias toward a growth mindset through continuous learning. Aim high and be bold and intentional with the actions that you take while honoring your core values. And as Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg once said, fight for the things that you care about, but do it in a way that will lead others to join you.
Hello, my name is James, and I'd like to tell every Black woman or girl or youth listening to this that never settle. Black Queen, I see you. Never settle. 3 messages. Don't settle. 2, serve. When you serve your family, serve humanity, serve community and society, humanity serves you right back. So serve. Number 3, find a mentor or a coach. Find someone who's walked the walk you're trying to walk and ask them to mentor you or coach you. And if you have to pay, so be it. But you know what that does? It cuts your journey in half. It helps you avoid mistakes. So that's the message I'm leaving you with. 3 things. Don't settle, serve, find a mentor or coach. Black Queen, you rock. Never forget that.
One piece of advice that I would give Black women, young Black women, is that it's never too old or too young to, I think, follow your passions. I used to believe that I had to graduate or move out of my parents' house or have a certain job before I could really speak out about the issues that I cared about and start to make an impact. But life has taught me that that's not true. So I think the time that the topic or thing is most pressing on your heart is the time that you should start. Don't come up with in-between milestones or wait to get to a certain age or income or level before you do the thing. Just take the leap of faith and do the thing, and I think it'll pay off.
To my peers, my fellow Black young people, and aspiring Black professionals, as a young Black woman myself, I am no stranger to the challenges you are facing as you navigate a world that does not feel like it was made for you. Remember, during joyous occasions or in the midst of tough moments, there's an opportunity to learn in every situation. What might first be perceived as a failure or as a setback may be teaching you the skills you need to succeed later on. So take those lessons and continue blazing your path. We cannot wait to see what you accomplish.
Hello. People always ask me what are the keys to success, and I always respond with one word: believe. To my young Black brothers and sisters, you're all unique and magnificent human beings. You have the power within you to succeed. Believe in the goals that you set for yourself. Believe that you can overcome all trials and tribulations. Believe this in your heart and to the core of your being, and you will ultimately succeed. The key is believe.
Hi there, I'm Tianda, one of the 100 accomplished Black Canadian women of 2020. I'd like to say to youth and young Black women today that God is good. All the time, God is good. So do you. Everyone else is taken. I would say that you are meant to be who you are meant to be, not who someone or something tells you you should be. So show up unapologetically with courage and kindness, always with kindness. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Duncan Hannay, CEO of OLG. It is my sincere pleasure to congratulate Tionda Kerr on being named one of Canada's most accomplished Black women. It feels a little, frankly, like we're letting the rest of Canada in on a little-known secret that we've been well aware of at OLG for some time. Tionda is a passionate leader whose infectious enthusiasm really inspires and drives people around her. And her advocacy reaches well beyond the walls of OLG into the broader community, where she's been spotlighting and intensifying the focus on issues, particularly that surround women and girls. Tionda, I'm very proud to call you my colleague, my friend, and to be your ally. Congratulations on all that you've achieved.
Zimbabwean-born Cynthia Mufandaedza moved to Toronto in 2005. She's been living in Yellowknife in the Northwest Territories with her husband and their 2 daughters since 2011. Cynthia holds a diploma in business administration, a BCom in accounting, and she's a certified floral designer and event decorator. An experienced manager in the transportation, trucking, railroad, and event design industries, Cynthia is co-owner of Best Movers, a relocation company that connects the North with the rest of Canada. She also owns Dash Event Designs and Rentals. In 2018, Cynthia was elected as Yellowknife's first Black city councillor and became the first Black elected official in the Northwest Territories. Besides expanding her businesses, serving and amplifying voices of the marginalized as a councillor is her greatest accomplishment. Her advice to the next generation: never stop trying, never let anyone steal your passion or your dream. Always be true to yourself, be proud to be a strong Black woman, and celebrate this in every way possible.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Justina Ngwese from City of Windsor. Congratulations to my co-award recipients. For the young ones out there, the young ladies and girls, please know that we are counting on you to move this world even further than we are trying to move it. You can do a lot. You have a lot to offer. You just have to believe in yourself. You have to give the best of you to your family, to your community, and to the world at large. You can make a difference. We believe in you, so please believe in yourself. Thank you very much.
A seasoned public servant and international relations expert, Rwandan-born Marie Nyiramana is head of the political section at the Canadian Embassy in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, where she lives with her husband and youngest daughter. She came to Canada at the age of 30 to complete a master's degree in business administration. She began her public service career with Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada as a senior policy advisor in 1998. That was followed by stints with the Canadian International Development Agency, CIDA, and the Treasury Board of Canada Secretariat, before ending up at Global Affairs Canada. Her first diplomatic posting was in 2008 as CIDA's head of cooperation for Zimbabwe, Botswana, and Angola for 3 years. Her greatest accomplishment, seeing her kids grow up, becoming a director in the federal government, and earning her MBA. Her advice to the next generation: never let your circumstances or experiences define you. Work hard and long until you've achieved your goals, and if you haven't achieved them yet, keep working.
Cheryl is a registered nurse born in London, England, and lived in Montreal, Ottawa, and now lives in Toronto. She retired from Sunnybrook Health Sciences Center in 2018, where she was a manager of ambulatory clinics and chemotherapy unit at the Odette Cancer Center. A graduate of Algonquin College and University of Ottawa in Ontario, she worked with inpatients on an oncology hematology unit at Ottawa General Hospital. Cheryl moved to Toronto, starting work at the Odette Cancer Center chemotherapy unit, applying her expertise in chemotherapy, delivery, patient care, and patient education. In 1997, Cheryl obtained her Canadian Nurses Association certification in oncology. One of her greatest accomplishments was becoming an educator of nurses early in her career as an oncology nurse.
I'm Michelle James, mother, grandmother, and vice president of People in Transformation at Scarborough Health Network. I'm humbled and inspired to be among the 100 ABC Honourees. I encourage Black women and girls to try new things, to get out of your comfort zone, take on a challenging project or a stretch assignment, because you are more powerful than you know. There will be people who will want to dim your light. Don't let them. You own your light and you let it shine bright. So when those growth opportunities come your way, be prepared, be your best, be bright, and believe in you.
Hi everyone, it's a delight being here. I would ask the Prime Minister to establish a policy in which gifted Black students during their final 2 years of high school can apply for paid externships to learn and work in basic science and research labs, in the aviation industry, in environmental and climate science, food science, and finance.
I would like to see the Ontario government make a conscious effort to increase its diversity amongst its members to more accurately reflect the diverse population of Ontario. It is with people that look like me, sitting at the table where important decisions are being made, that I can have some sense of security and optimism that my voice is being heard at that level. Let's start there.
Hi, good evening. It's Nadia from Winnipeg, Manitoba. I am so excited to be a part of this whole event. The launch gala, I so wanted to be there in person, and it's just heartbreaking that we're not able to do this with everybody. I'm feeling the excitement of the room, but it's okay. I'm going to be celebrating from my couch here in Winnipeg, but just thank you so much for including me. I am so honored and humbled by this award. And I just want to encourage people. They asked what would I say to inspire and challenge and encourage our Black young women, youth. What I would tell you is continue to be you. Be who you are. Strive for that individuality. Our community needs you. We are getting older, and our young people are our future. It sounds like a cheesy cliche, but it's absolutely true. The next generation that are coming up are such feisty and so motivated and such a great outlook for our future that we should be proud, and we are proud of what you're doing, what you're accomplishing, and just continue to do it. Give back to your community, even if it's an hour, a month, a year, whatever you can, because our communities are what keeps us together, and we need you. It's not always easy to give up that time, but just know that the time that you do give and provide back to your community is just very meaningful, and it's the only way that we're going to continue to grow together. So have a fantastic evening. Thank you again so much for including me, and all the best.
Hi everybody, Donna Wellington here. I am so humbled, but I am excited to share with you 3 things that I would tell you to remember as a young Black female. 1, always lead with integrity. No matter what it is, your name will always represent you. 2, always be authentic and bring and show up with your true self. And 3, which I think is probably one of the most important, is know your worth, know your value, and do not in any way bring it down. Thank you so much, and have a good night.
Wow. This is incredible. I hope wherever you are just clapping at that parade of exceptional sisters, exceptional women, exceptional theys. Oh my gosh, the beauty of us, the from the heart, all the love that just poured out all over everybody. Let's just raise our glasses. I'm drinking, government wine right now, also known as H2O. But in the rose of Rosemary Brown, former or the late member of provincial parliament. Let's lift each other up. So I hope that you are toasting yourselves. And I hope after the count of 3, you can all scream into the universe, I love Black women. I could hear you. I could hear you. And I could hear that spirit of liberation just kicking. Congratulations to all of you. And also, too, congratulations to the 100 Black women who nominated this 100 Black women. Wow. As we go forward, we are not walking alone, but we are bringing others along with us. And let's now go again to the great jazz musician, internationally known, Eddie Bullen. And this time, joining him is the queen herself, Liberty Silver.
to see, featuring all the latest stars that will never be. I made my mind up to let my own light shine, but Mama's Yorkshire pudding still rides heavy on my mind. So far, far away from 304 Cottonwood Drive. So far, far away from 304 Cottonwood Drive. I think I could cry. You, I was only trying to be myself, and all those things you told me are coming out in my own words. You gave love I needed, at times I was blind to see. But if I could go back, I'd stop the tears you cried for me. So far, far away from 304 Cottonwood Drive. 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 So far away from Cottonwood Drive. So far away from Cottonwood Drive. Goodbye.
Wow, such amazing performances by Eddie Bullen and the Queen, our Aretha on this side, Liberty Silver. Listen, we have our last trivia question, so let's do that before we get into the last segment. So, what were two European countries of birth for 9 2020 honorees? Okay, England and Romania, France and England, or Holland and England? All right, I hope somebody or some people are going to win a copy of that beautiful, wonderful book. So our final segment for the evening with our honorees. This time we're going to be looking at legal, media, not-for-profit, and trade union. Let's meet our honorees.
What I would say to the young folks is believe in yourself, set goals, work hard, and surround yourself with people who think and have the same aspirations as you, people who want to move forward in life and attain certain things. And don't be afraid to try things and towards your goal, and don't be afraid to fail, because sometimes you need to fail to learn, and remember to believe in who you are and what you want from life, no matter what other people say.
Her worship. Carol Cushney has had a rewarding career in the legal profession fueled by a long-standing passion for the law. Her entrance into the legal field began as a legal assistant in a small boutique family law firm. She went on to become a paralegal with the Public Prosecution Service of Canada, as well as holding positions as a part-time adjudicator with the Toronto Licensing Tribunal and the Ontario College of Pharmacists. Her worship Cushney was appointed as a Justice of the Peace in 2017. She says, "I am humbled by others who have uplifted me, kept me close, and shared not only their success stories, but also their hardships, which allowed me to continue to strive to reach my goals and share myself with others. My greatest achievement, however, is my role as a mother, sister, and friend."
Njeri Damali Sojourner Campbell is a practicing labor, employment, and human rights lawyer. Her best advice for the next generation? Commit to learning as a sacred practice, especially when you think you have the answer you seek.
It's such a profound honor to accept this recognition. So many times people told me I couldn't in my professional career and in my life's journey. But forget about the naysayers, as they can't impact your mindset or your persistence. Your strength has to run so deep that no one could ever take that away from you. Never give up on your dreams. If you have a vision, collectively, we are here to support each other, remove the barriers, and pave the way for others to succeed. Always dig deep inside you. It's there.
Thank you. It is a tremendous honor to be recognized by my own. I want to share this with all the Black girls watching. I want to encourage you to have the confidence to take up space and know that you deserve and have earned every opportunity that has come your way. Sometimes we doubt our accomplishments and tell ourselves that we are where we are out of sheer luck. Luck has nothing to do with it. You are where you are because of all of your hard work. So have confidence in yourself, as that will impact how you move forward and take advantage of these opportunities. So be confident and take up space.
Je vous conseille 3 choses. De vous aimer, d'apprendre à vous aimer, de donner le meilleur dans tout ce que vous faites et surtout de poursuivre vos objectifs sans aucune crainte. I also strongly encourage our legislators and concerned institutions to review and amend these following laws: the Child, Youth and Family Services Act, the Youth Criminal Justice Act, and the Child and Family Services Act, to allow the Black communities to have an active or real participation in child protection and most legal interventions. Les parents doivent toujours demeurer les supports naturels de leurs enfants.
Angela Simmons, a prominent lawyer, is from Cherrybrook, Nova Scotia, and resides in North Preston. She has used her legal knowledge, community background, and grassroots approach to address racial inequities, anti-Black racism, gender and socio-economic inequities, discriminatory policies and practices within this province. Angela traveled to the United Nations and presented recommendations about justice, housing, land title, education, and recognition for African Nova Scotian people and communities. For her dedication, advocacy, and work on property ownership and the Land Title Clarification Act, she was the recipient of the 2017 Bernie Rocky Jones Human Rights Award, and in 2018, the Canadian Association of Black Lawyers Pathfinder Award. She is a role model to many.
Brittany Andreamova was born in Toronto, Ontario, and is of Grenadian and Ghanaian descent. Her parents migrated to Canada in the 1980s. She has an undergraduate degree in social policy and a master's degree in political management from the Clayton H. Riddell Graduate Program, Carleton University. Her greatest accomplishments was learning to accept herself and others and finding the love and reciprocity in her relationships with loved ones and friends while balancing her professional responsibilities.
Hi everyone, my name is Sharon Hines, and thank you to the 100 accomplished Black Canadian women. Black women in leadership face a different kind of challenge when in the workforce than other women do. The road is not always paved for success and comfort. The success of every woman should be the inspiration to another. As Black women, we need to lift each other up. I encourage all Black women and young Black girls not to sit down and wait for the opportunities, as opportunity is for the prepared. Learn how to advocate for yourself. Do not undersell your craft and what you have to bring to the table. You are your own best advocate. Thank you.
As a Black woman myself who grew up in a society like the present one we're in, I'd like to encourage all women of color, including girls, to dream big, work hard, take care of yourself in every aspect, and to let no one or anything that comes to challenge you in this life stop you from fulfilling the dreams and goals you have set before you to achieve. Remember, as long as there's life, there is hope. So never give up. Just keep working hard and keep your eyes in the direction you want to go.
My words of inspiration to our beautiful Black women and Black girls. You first have to believe in yourself. And don't let anyone take away your dreams. There will be many challenges in your life. You need only to persevere and remember that great achievements will not come easy. Remember this quote I will say to you all. Be a first-rate version of yourself, not a second-rate version of someone else. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Beth Dixon, and I'm honored and humbled to be one of the 100 accomplished Black Canadian women for 2020. Congratulations to all the honorees, and special thanks to my family and friends for your encouragement and support. To our youth, Black women and girls, you're very important to us, and I would like to take this opportunity to encourage you to be the best you can be. Aim for a positive attitude. Enjoy the simple moments of your life. Celebrate your milestones. Embrace who you are. You are special and unique. There's no one else like you. You're here for a purpose, and you have been given special gifts and ability to accomplish your purpose. Give back to your community. Volunteer. Share your skills and knowledge. Doors will be open that you never dreamed of. Challenge yourself daily. Pursue your passion. Do not be afraid to ask for help and ask questions, especially of the older generation. They are a wealth of knowledge. There will be times when you will make mistakes and face failures along the way. But as my grandmother used to say, straighten up your spine, brush off your knees, step out in faith and face your fears. Also, remember to invest your money wisely. Own a part of the company instead of just being a consumer. So, be kind to yourself. You're unique and special. There's no one else like you. Thank you and have a good evening.
My words of advice and encouragement to young Black women and young Black girls are simply to be yourself, to aim high. Historically, we've been viewed as strong, tough, and resilient. And yes, we are all that. But experience, and my best advice, is to Be vulnerable sometimes. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to show it. And to know that you will drop the ball. And when you do, you pick it up and you learn from that experience. You're not meant to carry life's load all by yourself. And so, yes, you are strong. You are beautiful. You are resilient. My advice takeaway is to aim high, to give back to community. Be good to yourself. And remember that you too are a priority and that you deserve to be loved, to be respected, and to be cared for. Thank you.
Dr. Eugenia Duwoto is a scientist, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, advocate, speaker, and community builder. She attended the University of Toronto, where she earned an Honors Bachelor of Science in Chemistry and Biology in 2010 and a PhD in Chemistry in 2015. She is also a graduate from Harvard Business School Executive Education with a focus on strategic perspective in the nonprofit management, SPNM. During her PhD, she coordinated weekend science clubs for grade 4 to 8 children living in TCH developments and was a member of the VOSNL board. Her greatest accomplishments was growing visions of science and learning to appreciate the time and space that one has to value the power of education.
Ethiopian-born Meseret Haile Yesus is an advocate for gender equality, safe motherhood, social justice and wellness, and proud mom. She immigrated to Canada in 2012. For over a decade, this trained midwife, nurse, and public health expert has worked with national and international nonprofits on projects focused on gender equality, HIV/AIDS prevention, the quality of midwifery care, nutrition, and global health. Meseret is president of the Canadian Centre for Women's Empowerment, a nonprofit helping domestic violence survivors. Meseret is also an entrepreneur who founded the Novigo Natural Skincare Company and launched the wellness and lifestyle brand Necro Organics with her daughter. Meseret's greatest accomplishment? Proving that women and single moms can be successful leaders. Her advice to the next generation: don't let society limit you. Follow your passion. Develop resilience. Be authentic. Practice self-care. Surround yourself with positive people and make an impact.
Dear beautiful people, my message to all of you is to keep moving forward until you reach your goal. Do not just dream about your goals, but make those dreams come into reality. Be prepared for challenges and obstacles within your journey, but that is actually how you become stronger, by going through those different challenges and obstacles. Do not be afraid to use your voice. Always speak with confidence, boldness, purpose, and be courageous. And most important thing, remember to always be true to yourself and stand up tall.
Maya Angelou once said, "My mission in life is to thrive and not to survive." And if I had one piece of advice for you, it is to try to do just that. Think about your dreams and your passion and your talents. Don't let anyone tell you that you should not be in a space. You don't belong here. Do the work, build your skills and your knowledge, and then know and walk confidently in that space and place that you deserve to be in. I wish you a life of thriving and not surviving.
Hi, I'm Sarana Sandy. I'd like to encourage every Black woman or young Black girl that we balance our focus on personal and professional development to build leadership capacities with that of practicing self-compassion. I encourage each of us to show up for ourselves with the same fierce energy we use to care for others. This means learning not just self-care, but self-compassion, which entails being warm and understanding towards ourselves when we suffer, fail, or feel inadequate, rather than ignoring our pain or beating ourselves up with self-criticism. Self-compassion is about practicing self-kindness, practicing common humanity towards ourselves, and being mindful to protect ourselves.
Hi there, this is Marcia Smelly, and I just want to pass on a couple of words of inspiration. No one really achieves anything in this life by themselves. It's only possible if we surround ourselves with people who believe in us, who are there to lift us up and motivate us when we need it. It may not be easy and require some effort and hard work on our part. A wise woman once said, you may encounter obstacles from time to time in this life, but trust your brain and it will suggest the solutions and the courage to follow through.
Hello everyone, my name is Marjorie Taylor. I am very pleased to be recognized along with these other distinguished and accomplished Black women. My words of inspiration and encouragement to Black women, youth and girls would be to believe in yourselves and always replace the words I can't with I will with God's help. Thank you.
Bonjour, je suis Marjorie Villefranche, je suis la directrice générale de la Maison d'Haïti au Québec, à Montréal, et donc je suis très fière de faire partie des 100 Accomplished Black Canadian Women. Je suis très fière de faire partie de ce groupe pour l'année 2020 et ce que je voudrais dire comme message aujourd'hui, c'est que je suis fière aussi de faire partie du contingent de femmes qui a débroussaillé le chemin pour les femmes et les filles d'aujourd'hui. Je sais que la route ne sera pas facile car il reste encore beaucoup à faire à tous les niveaux pour combattre les inégalités, pour combattre le patriarcat, pour combattre le racisme. Mais j'ai confiance en vous et j'ai confiance en les filles et les femmes de demain comme les féministes et les militantes de l'époque ont eu confiance en moi il y a 40 ans. Donc on ne lâche pas, on continue et merci encore, merci beaucoup.
We live in a society of conformity. We are focused on what people are saying on Instagram and Facebook. As young girls, it is easy to let the opinion of others affect your perceptions of how strong you are and how beautiful you are. Unfortunately, society sends all kinds of messages to young Black girls that are motivational. You should be motivated by your dreams and inspired by the sheer potential of life.
Je suis extrêmement honorée de faire partie des 100 femmes noires les plus accomplies au Canada. Et justement, j'aurais un message pour elles. Vous savez quelque chose? Vous êtes ambitieuse. Vous êtes forte. Il n'y a absolument rien à votre épreuve, je vous le dis, et je vous le répète, il n'y a rien à votre épreuve. Vous savez quelque chose également? Les hommes ne se posent jamais cette question. Alors faites de même. Foncez dans cette vie. Il n'y a absolument, mais absolument rien à votre épreuve. Croquez cette vie à pleines dents. Foncez, les filles. On se voit à l'avant, tout devant.
Hi, my name's Jackie McIntosh, and I've worked several years behind the scenes in television. My encouraging words today for my Black sisters is to be as true as you can be behind the scenes and in front of the camera when you're dealing with all the Black sisters in your lives. And I thank the Black sisters that have been in my life for helping me not just with my career, but also with my union work. Solidarity to all my sisters and much love to you all.
Hello, my Black sisters, mothers, grandmothers, and friends. Starting today, we'll start by being gentler, kinder, and more patient with ourselves. Yes, we've afforded all that to everyone else, yet we keep forgetting about ourselves. Remember, our daughters are watching and our sons are observing. So yes, ladies, my Black sisters, mothers, grandmothers, and friends. Starting today, we're going to start being gentler, kinder, and more patient with ourselves.
Resilience. Even when you're faced with adversity, knowing yourself and leaning into vulnerability is the best thing that you can give to yourself. Sometimes you may fail, but failures are not only a lesson to dig deeper and to go harder and not to give up. And in moments when you feel overwhelmed, take a moment, step back, take a deep breath, and be still. Hear yourself. Your intuition will speak volumes when you do.
From greatness, we stand tall because we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors who make sure we are never alone. To honor the sacrifice of our ancestors, we must lift each other up, use our voices for justice and dignity, in the service of others for a better world. Black women, girls, youth need to know that they are Blacknificent. When you speak, speak with boldness and purpose. Have courage, be confident, true to yourself. Remember and be true to our 7 African principles: unity, self-determination, collective work and responsibility, cooperative economics, purpose, creativity, and faith. You can then be the change you are looking for. We will all be better for the work you have done and will do.
Lisa Skeet was born in Toronto but spent some of her preschool years in Barbados. Growing up in a family of educators and activists, Lisa had a steady stream of exemplary role models and mentors. Her formative and teenage years were spent traveling between the Caribbean and America, where family members, mostly matriarchal in nature, encouraged Lisa to embrace her creative self and her passion for defending others. She says that if she was to live my life over again, she would ask more questions to seek different answers and outcomes to deal with situations differently. She also would have recorded her personal and family history to carry forward. She would open her ears and eyes more intensely, and lastly, she would have lived outside of the box a little more.
Hi, just like to offer a few words of encouragement to women and girls out there, especially Black women and girls. Know that you are beautiful just the way you are. I'd like to also encourage you to explore and participate in so-called non-traditional careers. It could be a path to greater financial independence, as well as a way for you to pour your creativity into. Know that it's okay to be a trailblazer. Positive encouragement is available. Keep asking until you find it. And good luck out there.
Megan Whitfield, born in Black River, St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, West Indies, emigrated with her older brother to Canada at a very young age to join her mother. She wholly thanks her mother, Joan Gooden, who gave her the backbone and inspiration to be the leader she is. She would not have been the woman she was if it had not been for her mother's encouragement and motivation. From a very young age, her mother instilled in her that she could do anything she put her mind to, as long as she was willing to do the work, knowing that nothing in life comes easy. She had been a trailblazer since graduating from Humber College. She was the first woman hired in the security department at the Regal Constellation Hotel. Before her untimely passing in May 2020, Megan said that should she live her life over again, she would listen to her elders, her mother, even more, and she would never allow anyone to second guess her or her abilities.
Oh my goodness. Aren't you overwhelmed with all of this Black excellence and Black brilliance and Black power?
You know what? I was thinking this stuff is so sweet. It reminded me of a line in David Rudder's song Trinity to the Bone that, oh my God, there's so much sweetness. Oh my God, I don't know if this could be good for me. I feel like if I'm going to get diabetes by this, it would be a good thing. You know what I mean?
No. Seriously, Ita, we can get high off of this. The one line that's been going through my mind since I heard it from one of the honorees, be a champion for your Black girl magic. Be a champion.
My God.
Take up space. Go in there like you own the place. Do what you got to do. Bring all of you to that table, to that room, and do your thing, sister. What? Listen,
I'm thinking we could have that like the segments and like in your car in the morning when you're driving, or your AirPods on the transit or whatever, and you just hear these messages coming at you. Oh my God, I could just see our strut would be like greater. We would start stretching. And when we walk into that place, we are not going to be defined by anyone else's imagination. We are not here to clean up the mess of the world. But if we are allowed to execute our program, the world will be cleaned up. Did you hear that, girl?
Écoutez, en tout cas, mesdames et messieurs, là, vous venez de voir juste une partie de la crème des femmes noires au Canada. J'étais très fière de voir nos lauréates francophones et j'espère que durant la prochaine cérémonie, vous serez beaucoup plus nombreuses parce que je sais qu'ici au Québec, il y a beaucoup de Black Girl Magic et beaucoup d'excellence et beaucoup de modèles que nos filles et d'autres femmes doivent absolument voir pour en tirer quand même une certaine inspiration. En tout cas, bravo, bravo, bravo.
Oh, it is beautiful. And do you know what, too, that we got to let our viewers on? And the exciting thing is that, we're worldwide. I mean, people from coast to coast, like all over this nation and outside of this country, people tuning in. And behind the scenes, good people, for all of you, listen, woman power at work. We got to big up Courtney.
All women.
Right? McNamara and her team, all women just fueling this energy. Right now, Ontario Hydra called and said, we are just going to pause and let those 100 Black women just light up the province of Ontario. That's how on fire we are. Those women are on fire. Oh my gosh. It's been an incredible evening. Multi-crongs, multilingual, multi-everything just coming at you. And last thing too, Sarah, did you realize that people also said a really key thing? Be kind. Be kind.
Yes.
Next time you see a sister, be kind. Love her up. Love all over up. Oh my gosh. It is so crazy. But here's the thing now.
And start looking in your circles, because myself, I nominated a number of women for 2020 and for 2018, the same year I got it. And these are women that they're in your face every day, and you are fans of these women. Don't keep that to yourself. Let all of Canada, let the world know. Let 100 women know. Nominate them.
This is not a moment to stand in the gap. This is a moment to widen the territory. Yeah. And you know what, though? We do that every single day, informally. And for those of you thinking, oh my gosh, I need to get the book. I need to get the book that is so that we can share it. We can put it in our homes. And when people come, it can be a conversation piece. We can even have trivia out of it. But we can also inform Canadians, the rest of the world, and the generation now and those to come about the greatness of the things that we have accomplished. So for those of you who are thinking, where do I get that book? You have to go to 100abcwomen.ca and you can pick up your copy of the book. There you go.
And one thing as well, if you want to hear more inspiration, you can hear some of these honorees in conversation. So you can hear them actually talking about their work and what inspired them to do what they do, etc. The fireside chats. You need to go to the 100 ABC Women YouTube channel every Saturday at 3 p.m. Until next year, you can hear some incredible conversations.
I never knew Black people had so many firesides in their homes. But they're wonderful forums and a good synergy. And you suddenly get to see people and you think, pop, oh my gosh, I could invite that person and be engaged with them. But I tell you, we not only have firesides with a fireside chat, we fire itself. But then we've also come to a moment too, where there's so many trailblazers, so many honorees from 2016, 2018, who have transitioned to the ancestors. They're sitting in another society now, and they're really happy and delightful and proud of what has taken place tonight. And so we are now going to do a tribute to them. And when that tribute is finished, all our viewers, I would like you to just put your hand to your lips and kiss them into the universe. So here we go to the tribute of all those folks who have blazed the trail and who have transitioned to the ancestors.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're back.
I think we're back, and it's almost time to say farewell or au revoir. We are not going to say goodbye because we have said that this is a networking, and these are people who are now going to add into our lives. And I believe at this moment, we want to just thank everybody. We hope that you're going to walk safely into your bedroom. And as you go up the highway of your stairs in your home or whatever, we hope that you will continue to be in good health. We hope that you will continue to remember this event and to tell others. And we want you each and every day as Black women to love up all over yourselves, lift each other up every single day, and every single day just on yourself so that you can stay strong and to be well. And now we're going to turn it over to...
Et puis le message en français aussi, rapidement. On vous remercie d'avoir été des nôtres ce soir. Merci de toutes les lauréates, de toute l'inspiration que vous avez partagée avec nous ce soir. J'espère que les gens qui regardent vont aller peut-être pratiquer quelques-uns des conseils qui ont été prodigués, mais vraiment, soyez le défenseur, la défenseur de votre Black Girl Magic. C'est vraiment précieux et le monde en a besoin de vos talents, de votre présence, de votre énergie, de vos contributions. Alors, on vous remercie.
Merci. And I think we're going to go to the leaderboard now. And that's right. These are the winners. Oh my gosh, people were competitive. There you go. Thank you so much for participating in the quiz and in the trivia. Keep on keeping on. And now we are going to close it out with the sister and another visionary, Sister Harriet Thornhill. Missy.
Good evening, everyone. What a spectacular evening. On behalf of myself and my sister honorees, I'd like to extend a special thank you to 100 ABC Women for this incredible opportunity, and also take a moment to honor Megan Whitfield, who passed away last May. Our deepest condolences to her family. There are so many to thank for their role in making this virtual event a success. Thank you again to our sponsors. Thank you so much for your support. And to King's Events for the virtual production. Thank you to the volunteers who made this evening possible and those who personally delivered the books to the honorees. We appreciate you. As we end tonight, we as 100 ABC honorees would like to encourage you to support 100 ABC Women. What they do for the Black community deserves our ongoing support, both financially and emotionally. Work has already started for the 2022 project. The word is out. There are more than 150 nominations. Simply incredible. Congratulations again to my fellow sister honorees. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
far you have come on your own, but never alone. Through the rain and through the shine, here's your moment, it's your time. You stood tall and now you see, standing in your destiny. 100 women growing strong. 100 women where you belong. You stood tall and now you see, you have reached your destiny. Woman, woman. sky, shining bright. She's a mother, a healer, a teacher too. Her courage will lift us and guide us through. She's everything I see when I look at you. The higher she flies, the further she soars. The woman I see in you, you're so amazing. The beauty I see in you, you're so amazing. Like flowers in bloom, amazing woman. Her heart is filled with faith inside, holding strongly even through the tide. She stumbles and falls, but still she rides with grace and with pride. She's a daughter, a teacher, a lover too. Her courage will lift us and guide us through. She's everything, a hero I see in you. The higher she climbs, the further she soars. I see in you, you're so amazing. The beauty I see in you, you're so amazing. Like flowers in bloom, amazing woman. Through all the strife, she still survives to live her best life. She's always a winner from a winner inside. She's gone